Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are having part 12 of the Scipii Total War campaign in Rome Total War Remastered, and the idea here is to play the campaign so that I will declare war against every enemy at the earliest opportunity. And thus far we have done quite okay. And I think it's time to continue towards Alasia with this army here. And let's see, we don't have any mercenaries available at the moment, at least in that region. Also, there are some Spanish troops in the area there. And here we should have a rather decent force that can be sent to reinforce northern fronts, while this army marches already against Dacia. And then we should be able to retrain quite a few of those, especially if we manage to capture an additional city. So, that's Chariot. It will inflict heavy casualties to us, but I think auto-resolve should do the trick. And actually the population amount in Antioch is surprisingly small. I think we can get rid of that and get some proper Roman buildings in its stead. So, the Eastern Front seems to be in order. Mostly. And I think we want to ramp up the retraining there. Then we have the fleet here. This army is ready there. So we have these troops in Spain. They can continue forwards. And we could actually have some more mercenaries from there at least. And it seems from here as well. So we could actually begin the siege. But I'm a bit afraid that we won't have enough building points to make that siege engine we will need there. We could bring the general there, and I think that should tip the scales in this battle into our favor. Let's at least hope for. So what siege equipment we have? We have 1 ram and 1 siege tower. That's problematic. And there are quite heavy Julii reinforcements coming to aid the city. So basically we have to strike, or then we have to just chicken out. And I think we can start to gather some troops too. Okay, that's good. To Capua. So we are ready to strike. at Rome when the situation presents itself. But I think we have done everything else except what to do with Arretium. I think we will charge. There are risks. The most prominent being that we cannot gain control of the walls. But let's see. If the enemy has its infantry in the city center, our position should be rather strong. But if they are on the walls, the situation got a lot more complicated. So basically, rain should be our friend. Let's put this tower on this side because it cannot receive fire from that tower. And I think we'll just move out. So one unit on the wall. And that's Principes. That makes things a bit more difficult for us. Actually, those hoplites are nice. And if we manage to smash the gates, we could bring some extra troops to the walls.
Now there will be hard fighting to break the defenses. Our soldiers have reached the gates with a battering ram.
So it's time to bring the infantry a bit closer. Hopefully still out of the range. And I think we can bring the skirmishers as well.
Our soldiers have done their work well. The battering ram has broken through the gate.
Okay, so now it's burning. That's okay.
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time to press on and capture this place.
So let's get the gateway. Okay, good. And let's see what will be our path to the city center and practically to victory. I guess it will be this way. So we still need to take some towers. And let's remember that the time we have at our disposal is limited. So we have inflicted more casualties than we have received. That's always good news. And now the towers there are working for our benefit. The bad thing is that at least some of our troops have broken already. I think cavalry charge could smash those brink beasts there. Okay, good. So basically, I need these guys to cover our forming up. Perhaps the missile cavalry could be of use, especially if I can get them to flank the enemy from this side. It seems the Hastati are giving a chase. That might be quite beneficial for us. And perhaps I should bring the light cavalry there as well. So the idea is to engage the enemy with the hoplites and heavy infantry, and then use that light cavalry and missile cavalry to reinforce, or rather to flank the enemy. And perhaps these skirmishers will be of use. Okay, I think even better situation would be if we are able to form up in a better way. And I think it's important to keep the ranks deep enough there. So, the Hastati are on the move. And of course, when we are at the city center, the enemy cannot break. And let's send the missile cavalry to harass the enemy general.
Roman has fallen in battle. The enemy leader lies dead upon the battlefield.
And then the light cavalry can charge at the back of the hastati. And once again. Okay, but we got a victory. That's the important thing here. And I think we should have enough defenses in place when the enemy tries to take the city back. And of course the Julii have only one more settlement. And that was rather a good catch. There are, I guess, stone walls there. So, what we need to do is to make sure that we have enough building points to capture that city next turn. So we have 27 at the moment. $42. I think our troops will be stretched quite thin here. 57, so that should be enough. Good. And then we need to make sure that this army is not able to reinforce. Is that our merchant? Yes, it is. Okay. He can go to trade some copper there. And that should make things a bit more difficult for those. And then we want to get these mercenaries here. So let's see. So we can get the battering ram, and we want to reinforce this army with those barbarian mercenaries. And at the same time we had some mercenaries available somewhere. I guess here. So let's take them. And did we still have some opportunities? Okay, let's take those. And yeah, I think the situation is turning up quite well. We would need some governors in Greece, clearly, but we need to wait a bit. And of course, the mortality rate has been rather high recently. So I guess that's about our money. And that's it for this turn. Well, that was a bit unexpected. So Equites Cavalry Auxilia Hastati 10-star General and Onagers. Perhaps we could be able to do this if we position ourselves in the corner. But it's likely that we will suffer defeat here. Of course, if we manage to win this battle, I think we will be wiping out the Julii. So that's the reason why I will try this. So, I guess we should position ourselves so that we can hit the enemies as they come from the gates. That's our best chance. So there are cavalry auxilia and hastati. I think we should be in position to take them out. Even though so let's see if we can break this hastati unit here. So there is the onager. Then the enemy has Equites unit and of course the bodyguard. And I doubt we can handle that Roman general, but if we are able to slow him down sufficiently, perhaps we could be able to take the city center. And of course, we will also force a draw if the enemy cannot rout us. Of course, that will take time. Oh, we want to stay out of the way of that enemy general. At the moment our troops are a bit too tired. Of course we could take down that onager, which is shooting their own buildings. But I think even a draw here will mean that the enemy will attack again. But the missiles will be replenished. So I think when the timer is in several minutes, I think I will try to inflict as many casualties on the onagers as possible. Because, but then again, the casualties here might mean that the building of the battering ram will not succeed. And that of course will give the Julii one more turn time to bring in reinforcements. I think the reinforcing army with some help can beat even Julii reinforcements, but it would be so much more neat to take the city right away here. So, in some cases, the things are a bit boring in the battles here, because the enemy really isn't doing too much, and the best course of action is to wait out the enemy. So, usually in these cases I have a book with me, so I can spend the time reading that one while waiting. Seems they are not firing anymore. Perhaps we could send these guys to fire their missiles at the onagers. Not very effective. Okay, now they are starting to take some casualties. Okay. So, perhaps missiles from these units will be enough to break that unit there. And let's keep an eye on the enemy general. Okay, so at least one enemy unit is on the move. And there is going to be some rocks flying around. So Equites moved a bit. And the general is moving, and we should try to intercept those fleeing crew of the onager. Okay, the general is going to the middle, and I think we will be able to take care of the crew here. Okay, good. And I think we should be able to consider this one a victory. Because basically they lost most of their missile units, and whenever there is going to be a new attack, the missiles will be replenished. Of course, here, if we consider that our troops are positioned here in the next battle, and the enemy uses the Equites and was it Cavalry Auxilia? Yeah. To go out from here, and the general from the side gates, we should be able to beat those enemies here before the general shows up. And then if these guys are still in line, we could be able to take the city center before the general gets back there. And of course, there could be similar status quo as this time. But let's see. Let's not get ahead of the things. So 4 minutes at triple speed, I guess that's 1 minute and 20 seconds. So yeah, triple speed. Yep, so it's even a bit faster. So we have at the moment about double the men than the enemy has. So, let's see. And let's see what the enemy will do. So what navy is this? Okay. So they got their revenge there. Okay, so the seats will remain in place. And interestingly, the Gauls are attacking us. So as we want to capture Alesia with this army, I think I will manually fight this. Just to make sure that the casualties are not too high, so that we can actually take the city. As it's the capital, I think it will be more, a bit better defended. Okay.
The enemy general is dead. His men know their doom approaches. The gods be praised. The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee.
So that's rather decisive defeat for the Gauls.
This is a heroic victory.
And I think we can send a decent sized army towards Salona once again. And here Borolisium will be besieged. And perhaps this army here should head towards Salona as well. In the south, Lepsis Manga should fall to us rather soon. Perhaps some extra defenses there. And let's make a try to get there once again. And I think Carthago Nova should fall to us in auto-resolve as well. Good. And here in the north... Oh, that's rather well defended. So, we cannot take it with that army at the very least. Perhaps we have some mercenaries available here. No, we don't. And let's move forwards here. So, Alasia is in our sights. Perhaps we could send some Hastatis from Massilia to Napomasus. And oh, here. Let's get some money there. And let's see if Ariminum will fall. I think it should fall, even in auto-resolve. And the Romans, or rather the Julii, have been beaten. And we can begin to mass troops to take Rome itself. Actually, the roads here are in rather poor condition. Perhaps we should lower taxes a bit in Massilia. Okay, so what about the Eastern Front? They are rebelling in Antioch. I think Ankara is well enough defended at the moment. And oh, we have a merchant here as well. So perhaps he could get some income from somewhere. Oh, so where is Campus? Oh, he's from Apollonia. So let's bring him somewhere a bit closer. And I think we do have a turn. Of course, we could try to speed up the things a bit by making a bireme. and head towards Salona. Perhaps that's actually the way to go. And let's have a look at Roman defenses here. They're actually rather weak. So perhaps actually we will try to push forwards next turn. And we have a turn. I don't think we want to fight this army yet. Okay. I guess we want to fight it. And I guess we need to do it manually. At least the terrain is favoring us. And perhaps the corner as well. So, let's see if we will hold. The troop numbers are rather similar. The main difference, and I think the troop quality is rather similar as well. The main difference is that the enemy has a general, and it's very hard difficulty, and okay, so they are not winded or tired. I thought that would be going for us, but apparently it's not. So this is going to get rather interesting. And I think we need to take on the general's charge before we can move out to engage the enemy. Okay. The first round goes for us. The second one as well. And I guess now the real fight is about to begin. And the situation looks quite even, but the enemy is losing their infantry. And their missile units should be running out of ammunition. So basically, if we are able to take down the enemy general... Okay, so our left flank collapsed. So let's try to take down the enemy general. That should at least make the future battles easier. Where is he? So it seems our general fell. And it seems the whole army is routing. Oh! So, not a complete catastrophe, but clean defeat nonetheless. I think as the enemy has rather poor quality troops, we should be able to hold this. And of course our troop composition is rather good for this kind of battle. It's unfortunate that our principes are so depleted. But let's do it what we can. And actually I would like to save those, because retraining it should keep the experience level in the correct amount. So some desert cavalry chariots, and then Nubian spearmen, slingers, skirmishers, Nile spearmen. Fortunately, neither of those two is very good quality. I'm mostly worried about those chariots. They would not be able to smash a decent infantry line, and they are vulnerable to missile fire. Our problem is that we don't have decent infantry line, even though we have a nice amount of missile units. So let's see how we do fare against them. Okay, that's friendly of them. Okay, nice.
Now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
So I think it's time to try to utilize our cavalry. So at least those slingers are rather a soft target. That should break rather easily. And then if we can flank these Nile spearmen, they should break. And now it seems the situation is looking pretty dire on the Egyptians.
The gods be praised. The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they
And I don't think this army will be coming back at least anytime soon. Good. And we even have at least some principes left for us.
Dear friend, until next time.
Now we are going to attack Pontus at first opportunity.
Let us end this bloodshed until next time.
Oh, and one more attack. And there are those annoying cavalry archers here, or horse archers. And I think if we are in the city center, we have time to position our troops, even when the battle is going on. Perhaps we should go a bit forwards.
The ladders have reached the walls, but Roman steel will keep the enemy out. The enemy towers have reached the walls. Pray to the gods that Roman courage will win the day. Look to the inner defenses. The walls have fallen to the enemy. The gods have abandoned us.
Interesting. And these guys are actually... Okay. So the siege tower was there, and that's why they took that tower. I guess we need to conserve some ammunition, against the horse archers. And let's move. Okay, so apparently we cannot move. And there is a general of four horse archers. I guess we can afford to fire a few rounds here. I'm just wondering what's wrong with these Scythians, since this seems to happen in almost every battle. That the AI cannot decide what to do with their troops. Okay, finally it seems something is happening. Okay, so they are not breaking, at least yet. And we have some axemen still coming in, and a archer warband there. But the enemies are already quite beaten up. So perhaps it's time to give the Principes something to do. And interestingly, archer warband seems to be beating a unit of Principes. That was a bit too close. But I think this is for this battle, and we should be able to replenish our troops there. Okay, so Spain is moving to besiege us. So, let's see what we can do. First thing, we are going to replenish these and train some more troops there. And we are also going to train some more troops in Tarsus. Now it's a good question what to do with Antioch. And this army took quite heavy beating, it needs to be retrained. And then we are moving against Rome. Perhaps some reinforcements to Segestica. Here we can besiege Alasia. Here Lepsis Magna should fall to us this turn, and here we are in position to besiege Palama. It too should fall to us soon, and I think some extra defenses in Köta will be in order. And perhaps the troops in Carthago Nova can move northwards. And I think this is everything for today. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to ask questions, give advice and so on. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.